I had like $40,000 like cash, but they didn't give a fuck.
When she broke down the money, everybody wants to buy a home, but let's talk about the money.
Just blew it everywhere. Good morning. All right, guys, so I'm rushing. It's 10:10. I'm supposed to be in Columbia at BooksAMillion at 10:45, and I need to run by Walmart. I wanted to take you guys along on my get ready with me process, but I was rushing, y'all. I was rushing. So this is the fit. Some leather leggings, you know. And then we did this little top. I'm not gonna tell y'all. I am gonna tell y'all. This top was a dress, but it's a top now. And mind your business. Then this little what you call these? Poncho type thing? Is this a poncho? Is this a poncho? This little poncho type thing, just brought it together. And I was carrying my other Michael Kors bag, but I decided I wanted to bring this one because of the leather. Look how it ties together. Yeah. Play with your mother, don't play with me. I did not condition and wash my natural hair like I was supposed to. I put on a wig. This wig is a little bit hit. I've had it for a while. Okay. Oh, and these are my shoes. We did Michael Kors shoes with the Michael Kors bag. Yeah. And I gotta go if I'm gonna be on time. Blew that candle out. Okay, I blew the candle out. Is that how you got to look? I don't know what I just did, but I'm out. It is what it is. I am on my way to BooksAMillion to meet my friend Briana. Hey, we're shooting the video about homeownership because me and my girl became homeowners the traditional way. Because I've already had a property prior to this one, but we became homeowners the traditional way, and I want to talk about it. In our community, we don't speak about money and finances, and we tend to be illiterate when it comes to money and have poor money management skills. If I could tell you the little bit that I know and it may help you out, then that's what I'm gonna do. I don't know much, but I've been through the process and I can tell you about my experience. And so that's why I also wanted to have my friend in on it so she can tell you about her experience as well, because everyone's experience may vary a little bit. We're going to talk about home ownership, what worked, what didn't work, what you can expect, and what you need to know to be ready. Alright, y'all, I just got to BooksAMillion and it is pouring down. I ain't put no lotion on. No lotion. And people be like, you light skin, you don't get, you know, ashy. Shimmy. My friend is not here yet. So I'm gonna text her and see how long before she get here. But I'm gonna go ahead and head in and set up. Cause it sounds like the rain may be slowing down a little bit. We made it to the coffee shop. I'm gonna get some coffee and I'll be back. I got a coffee. It's a caramel macchiato. I bought my home in October of 2022. I started the process in January. I reached out to a realtor that I knew. Her name was Chloe Joshua. She's a realtor here in the South Carolina area. I reached out to her because I know her, and then I also seen the success that they were having online that she would post, and I knew that she would be honest and straightforward with me and help me with my process along the way, which she did. They did a really amazing job. Her and her husband work together. Is James and Chloe Joshua, the realtors. You can look them up. I reached out in the beginning of January to start the process, just to gather some information of like what I would need to do to be able to move forward with it. They pretty much educated me that I would go up for a pre-approval right away so they can know what kind of budget they were working with. I felt like I wasn't ready. I wanted to do XYZ. I wanted to save more money. I wanted to get a couple more points on my credit. I don't know, I was psyching myself out. I ended up reaching back out to them. I ended up reaching out to them at the end of July and getting my pre-approval process started. I know that's a big jump between January and July. Pretty much what I was doing was just saving more money and building my credit. Last year I paid off all my debt. I had like $4,000 worth of debt or so. And so I paid that off. Helped my credit tremendously. Then I opened new lines of credit. I got I think 3 credit cards. And I did this last year because I didn't want like new inquiries, or a lot of them, like when I'm trying to go up for my pre-approval. I wanted to allow more reporting time. I said I just did that last year, so it hadn't been like a year yet. So I wanted to let that process run. That's when I reached back out in July. I went up for the pre-approval. My first pre-approval amount came up for $205,000, and I actually declined that because I thought it was a little low. I had to remember that I was only using the income I was reporting with Verizon, regardless of like what type of money you got in the bank. At the time, I had brought them with my bank statements showed that I had like $40,000 like cash, but they didn't give a fuck. They wanted reported income, so that was the only reported income I had. Even though like I had my businesses and I made money from them, it wasn't like reported. I didn't have my tax forms for it, so I couldn't use it. Verizon, I was probably making like $40-something thousand a year. That lightning.
Oh yeah.
Girl, that look good.
Let me though.
That one hella yummy.
And I'm probably in. I'm ready back. First off, get your bucket out of the picture. Video.
I just wanted to ask you about like your buying experience. So how did you find your realtor?
With my agent, Alicia, it was actually easy to find her because I was already looking at her Instagram page for like a year. And then 2 of my friends had actually purchased their home through her. 2 of my friends trust her. Right. I'm already looking at her page for a year. I reached out to her because I had reached out to her a year before that, and we did a conference call, and it was like a 15-minute consult.
Just set yourself up to see what you would need.
Yeah, and so
I did the same thing.
A year later we still didn't move forward because the timing wasn't right.
I talked about how I reached out to mine and then took a break in between and then reached back out and like immediately moved on. What was your break about? Like, because I just felt like my timing wasn't right either, but what you mean by like your timing wasn't right?
Financially, when she broke down the money, then I was like, okay, like everybody wants to buy a home, but let's talk about the money.
And what you're gonna need up front.
Yeah,
exactly.
we broke all that down. We was like, and that's what a consult is for,
right.
To see what you need to do. But even though when I circled back to her, we had like this big struggle if we were to go to North Carolina or stay where we are now.
I was heartbroken when they was debating about this too.
Because we were going to go to Charlotte. I was actually talking to an agent in Charlotte as well on top of my realtor because I didn't sign the agreement to just stay with that realtor. So I was like, okay, free game. I can talk to whoever I want to right now.
That's important too, y'all.
Yeah. Like, I can talk to whoever I want to because I didn't sign a binding or whatever it's called, contract.
I did.
Oh, yeah, I didn't. So I was talking to
So that's
whoever I wanted to talk to. I said,
the first thing that you want to do is either reach out to a lender first, and I would say shop around for lenders because not all lenders are equal.
Get your credit.
Or either you can go to a realtor because some realtors partners with lenders.
Honestly, don't fight your real estate agent on the lender. Just go with their lender because they work with the lender.
Right.
They know the process of the lender.
Exactly.
And if your lender messed up and they don't know who that lender is, it's not much they can do.
Exactly.
So they can hold their own lender accountable. If you want to go with a different lender, then you need to find an agent who works with that lender. Because
right. I would say that too. So then what was needed to go up for the pre-approval process? Definitely have a minimum of a 620 credit score.
I wouldn't even have that because...
But that's like bare minimum.
I say that because when they run your credit drops. So you still have to have the credit for the home.
You probably need like a 660.
Or lenders hit your credit within a 30-day time span.
Yeah, but I would say try to get it done in like a 14-day time span.
Just
like
do it
as quick as possible,
day.
For sure.
That's just me. I just like.
Oh no, mine wasn't a 620 either, but yeah, definitely minimum for sure.
Yours.
And then they take your middle credit score, so not the high one, but they take your middle credit score. So look up what that means. Credit Karma's not real.
Honestly,
Credit Karma's not real. Let's just start there.
Yeah, I'm just saying for those who may be in the 6s or low 7, let's get it as high as you can because once that pre-approval comes, it does drop and you still need the credit to actually close on the home.
Like the day or so before actual closing day, they may run your credit again just to make sure that you qualify.
They are going to run it again to make sure you didn't go out here and buy a new car or put furniture in your name.
So don't do nothing until you sign those papers at that attorney's office, okay?
Yeah. One of my father's friends, she was 2 days from closing on her home. Went out and bought a new truck. They ran her credit the day before and they told her she couldn't get the home because she bought the car.
I hope she loved that fucking car. We talked about like what you need before reaching out, who you reach out to get started, then you go up for your pre-approval. So once you get your pre-approval, then pretty much you'll start like looking for her properties immediately.
Her agent is not going to house shop with you if you do not have that pre-approval because if you only getting approved for $250,000, why y'all out here looking at $300,000 homes? They're not about to waste their time.
Once you find the property that you like, you're going to put in the offer. I want to talk a little bit about the offers. Y'all, I looked at like 30 fucking houses. For real though. I was texting my realtors every day. I don't care what time it was, like 12 in the morning. I'll just send them a link like, hey, when y'all get up, look at it. And I put in probably like 5 offers before my offer got accepted. Putting in so many offers, I learned a little bit about kind of like make a strong offer. People were paying cash for houses. Like they were going super fast, y'all. I got outbidded on a lot of houses, but the offer for the house that I put in for $207,000, and then I also agreed to do 2% earnest money instead of 1%. 1% is usually what they do, but I did 2% earnest money up front. And I agreed to pay $1,500 of the seller's closing costs because I had to be competitive. Gave me the $207,000 budget, but I knew I could come out of pocket more because I had cash on hand, so I agreed to pay the $1,500 to make my offer a little bit stronger. And I believe, all in all, that's what won me this offer. And what was so crazy, y'all, I was going through something in my life. Like at this time when I was buying my house, like I was going through a lot. I was not happy. I was kind of slightly depressed, and I was still accomplishing these amazing things, but I wasn't truly happy. That's another story. I ended up changing my number, and I forgot to give it to my realtors. I had just put the offer in earlier that day. I'm like, damn, I ain't hear from my realtors. I wonder if I got the house. They told me I'll hear something tonight. Ended up texting them like late that night, like, oh my God, y'all, I forgot to give y'all my new number. And that's when they called me and told me I got the house. And I cried, you hear me? Because I had them put in like 4 different offers prior to this one. And I'm like, man, they're not gonna give me this house because this is the biggest house that I looked at so far. And it was the prices, and I love the neighborhood, and it was just everything. Got a little balcony off of the master bedroom. It was just super cute. You have to put in strong offers because it's people out here that's not playing fair if you're taking that route of getting a house.
I wasn't taking that route.
What was yours like? Like, how did y'all like have the, y'all didn't have to like bid for no lot or anything like that? It was enough spaces, so y'all just kind of like picked and...
So we were looking at houses, and we gave our agent 3 houses. So we were looking at 3 houses in one day. And the house that we had, like, we walked in there, looked around, told my husband, like, okay, like, this is the house I want. Like, this is our home. It's enough space. The backyard is crazy big. The house is really touching. We told our agent, like, if this is what she wants, this is the house we're going to get. So we put our offer in. Christmas Eve, we had a phone call with our agent in the building. Like, congratulations, y'all are under contract. I wasn't going through I wasn't going through the other process. And at first we were, and then y'all, we put up to this home that we like. There were 20 cars outside. We saw like Maseratis out there.
Oh shit!
And we could tell like they were people who flipped. I'm not even about to waste my time. We didn't even go in. We pulled up. We looked to our right. We looked at each other. It was like, you ready to go? It was like, yeah, it's time to go. So we did that.
I also want to ask you, going through your entire process now and looking back, were there anything that you would have done different?
First, I'm a first-time buyer, and we built our home. So for me, really learning about the different builders. The builder I went with now, I probably would never use them again.
Are you going to name drop?
We're not going to name drop because I ain't trying to get a lawsuit. But I would probably never ever use them again because they built the home fast.
Right. Was it a month early, you said?
Yeah, we closed a month early. Actually, it was a month and like almost 3 weeks early.
Dang. So they did build it fast.
Yeah. So I just feel like they built the home too fast. The house is like really settling to where we were like, they need the builder to come back out and fix things. And then also, when we purchased our home, they really picked out a lot of stuff for us because of the building process. So I think our next home, it will be built, but we're actually going to break ground.
And be more involved.
Yeah,
I got you. Do you have any advice to inspire homeowners?
I definitely would buy a home. I would definitely get, a fixed rate where it's locked in and it doesn't fluctuate.
Right. Would you go conventional or like FHA?
I can't remember what we did.
I ended up doing FHA because they have a lower down payment. You put down like 3.5% instead of the like traditional 20% or something like that.
Yeah, and I think that's what we did too.
That's what I did.
Because our down payment wasn't bad at all. But I will say, have your money right. Like, don't just have the money for the down payment. Like, don't just think you're going to have the money for the down payment.
Because you got to put your earnest money up front.
Mm-hmm. And you have to pay that within 72 hours. And I think ours was over $3,000.
Mine was like $4,100 or something like that. The down payment, the earnest money, the inspections.
We paid for the inspection.
The appraisal.
Yeah, we had to pay the appraisal
out of pocket.
So you are already thousands of dollars in at this point.
And then you're gonna need closing money too if your seller isn't like paying your closing costs. Which in my case, I paid my closing costs and I paid $1,500 of my seller's closing costs.
You don't have to close. You still have to pay setup fee for like Wi-Fi, electricity, water. You gotta pay for your trash bins, like the recycling bins. You have to pay for that.
I think I spent like $16,000 out of pocket myself, like just getting this done, doing renovations. Because that was another thing for me too. Whenever I bought my home, because I bought it used, so I did some upgrades to it before my tenants moved in. So I had to have some extra cash there too. So I rent out my home. I don't live there. The mortgage on my home is like $1,552 a month. The home was purchased for $207. It appraised at like $220. So I already have equity in the home. The interest is high as fuck. $1,552 on a $207,000 home. But anyways,
my interest rate isn't even over 4.
They got theirs at a really good time.
Yeah.
For the state of South Carolina, they were doing like down payment assistance. They were offering like up to $8,000 in down payment assistance, and I think they're doing that again for the year of 2023. So definitely check that out. You got to have at least a 620 credit score to qualify for it, but look into it. They got a lot of options for you to become a homeowner.
And again, we're not agents. This is just our experience. So
Exactly.
I know
Just
people
our
like to tussle in the
experience.
comments. This is just our experience.
Please don't fight, okay?
This is just we are not an agent. Please call a real estate agent. Buying a home seems like there is a lot of money, and there is. If you have to rent. Like, do what you have to do. Like, don't let this world say, hey, oh, if you don't buy a home, you're nothing, because that's not true. Because a lot of people who have these homes can't even afford their homes.
Again, I just said a $207,000 home is $1,552 a month.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Like you just have to have the money has to be there. Like,
I would probably say you need at least to comfortably buy a home. I would probably say at least $20,000. And the reason I say that is because, like I said, I spent about $16,000 out of pocket for mine. But you need that little cushion after it's all said and done, because you're giving $16,000 away. Like, so your savings go down. So you need a little cushion. So you need just a little bit more than what you need to buy the home, so you can survive comfortably.
Yeah, because you still have like your cars. Like, what if your car break down? You have kids. Kids are already expensive, so you still need extra money. Exactly. You still need wiggle room. Even the upkeep for your home.
I will say from my experience though, because I went in it with the intentions on renting and not living there either way, I probably would never buy a home conventionally like this again, only because of the mortgage. It's for 30 years. It's very high. Most of the money just go towards the interest and not the actual principal. And even though I'm not paying it each month, my tenants are, I still want to own this asset and make the profit without having to pay $1,552, a month. So what I would probably do in the future is just like buy those tax properties, but I probably won't buy a home like this again. I don't want to have any type of 30-year debt. That's ludicrous to me. Like, especially when you can own a home for less and in different ways.
Yeah, me, I don't mind it. But if it's paid off early, it's paid off early. Or
if I was living in it, I feel different.
Yeah, you would probably feel a lot different.
Yeah, for sure.
If you don't have your money right, get a financial advisor. See where you can cut back on if you.
Yeah, I cut back a lot to be able to save up for my home.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna talk about how I was able to save $12,000 in 4 or 5 months in another video. So stay tuned for that one.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that video is gonna be good because I want to know too. I think I went like 7 months without getting my hair and my nails done.
For real.
Baby will be closed. I was right at that. So
For real.
I knew I wanted my son to grow up in a really nice home that he can. I mean, your kids should always be proud of where they live, but for me, I grew up differently, so I always knew like I wanted to give my kids something different because it was within my reach. So I just knew as a parent I had to do what I had to do.
That's dope. And she's a really good mom, y'all. I'm so proud of my sis. And congratulations again on your home.
Thanks, landlord. I'm trying to have you some properties,
For real. We about to wrap up this video, y'all. I hope y'all found some useful information.
And again, don't be scared. I hope we did not scare y'all. We were just being honest.
Be real, exactly.
It's nothing to sugarcoat. This was the process for us. The real estate agents are going like, oh, this was our experience. So it may not be right for you, but it was our experience for us. So again, we're not agents. Please contact the agent.
Yeah, and y'all can drop some tips down below and help the next person out if you're a homeowner.
Yeah.
Bye, y'all. Whew. I am back from BooksAMillion. Today we have a tornado watch going on. So not only is it raining, but there are also winds. When I got out the car to go in BooksAMillion, y'all, I had my little umbrella and the wind just blew it everywhere, and I was so embarrassed because it was this car that was coming. But not only embarrassed, I didn't really even care about that. I was getting soaked. It was pouring down. I had to walk in the rain because my umbrella was inside out. It was just so crazy. Oh my God. It was like a movie scene for real, y'all. I made it back home. Y'all, look how cute my little bag is. My little tote. It's called a Weekender. The video today was... I really enjoyed talking to Brianna about her home buying process because as you can see, we had a lot of similarities. There were a lot of things that were different also, so it was good to hear multiple people experience. I just wanted to be completely transparent about my home buying process and how I feel like this way of acquiring property is not one of the best ways to acquire property financial wise, but I wanted to have this experience. I wanted to go through like the home ownership process. I definitely recommend you guys taking like a homeowners course, because that's going to help out a lot. There's one that I took. I got a certification in it. I'll make sure that I post it somewhere here. Share this video with someone that's looking to purchase a home, because I feel like this video will equip them well with knowledge of the process and how to go through it and what to expect. That's all, guys. I appreciate you guys tuning in for yet another video. Make sure that you comment, like, subscribe, share this video, and come back next week for a new post. Bye, guys.